Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in a description box below. Today's pick a card reading is going to be their intentions towards you. Now, this is very much from a romantic perspective. There is a pile that I am not going to tell you where if you were interested in your friends, maybe it may resonate if you pick that pile. Because some energies did slip in and I allow them to, especially if they're very strong, because again, I allow spirit to talk to you as spirit would like via me, because sometimes messages come to us that we aren't seeking, that we desperately need. Okay. As always, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you stumble upon it, it should resonate for you in your life. So let's get into it. We've got pile 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll give you a moment to meditate on your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, their intentions towards you. Now, this overall reading is intended to be love-based. Now, I lead with that because some of you still clicked on this pile either thinking of or needing to hear about specific friendships. Okay? So I'll start off with the friendship and then I'll go into the more romantic connection that I'm picking up on in this pile. So those of you asking about the friend, and I'm going to repeat, you may not have been thinking of these friends, but sometimes spirit knows you'll be here. They'll tap in with some information that you need to know that you probably wouldn't have ended up seeking. Sometimes it's like that. So these friends or friend, they don't want you to advance towards your goals, and they're hoping that you fail. It's very clear here. So it doesn't appear that this person or these people are trying to sabotage you. And either way, you will succeed in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. But with the Star and the 7 of Wands, your success will very much so bring conflict and struggle initially, because that's what's going to happen with these friends. So you have to anticipate. You should expect to lose a friend or some. I know that's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. But sometimes relationships are seasonal. They serve their purpose, and then it's time to move on. But the reason here that you're likely to lose friends is because you have the Mask and the 7 of Swords. Now, these two individually and combined, they represent deception and things that are hidden, like people not being honest, whether that's how they feel that they're hiding, what they're doing in secret. There's just not a level of honesty or even trust in the connection. And even if there is trust, it's either one-sided or it just shouldn't exist because of the level of deception that's happening. So this bottom row tells it all. So the goddess is you, the person inquiring about the reading, regardless of how you identify. And then you have the garden, which is outside, public, right? The whip represents struggles. Now, you have those 3 leading into the goddess of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which Again, followed by Three of Cups, friends gatherings, Five of Pentacles, which is someone on the outside looking in. I'm following that sequence and I'm reading the cards out to you. One, because I'm not quite sure you can see it clearly, but also because it is a sequence. Okay, so that Five of Pentacles is, again, that's someone on the outside looking in. See the gate and how it's locked, and the only pentacles on the card are inside of that gate that that person is outside of, meaning that those pentacles are out of reach. Okay, and the part of the tree facing the woman in the card is barren, very much of a lacking energy. So all of that lets me know that you either have or are nearing a period where you're stepping into that following star energy. This means you've either achieved a goal or attained access to that which was out of reach to this group. Like this group separate from you, or this group that you're a part of. And again, I'm talking about friendships. So you'll either attain the goal, attain access, or you just simply outgrown your need for it, or advanced beyond the desire for whatever it is you and these friends share the bond over, right? So again, you either accomplish the goal or you release your attachment to it. So the problem is that this limitation, this lacking, this feeling of lack, this thing that was unattainable, to you, in this group, this was the connection. This was the bond that you shared. And again, it could be a relationship, it could be career, it could be any type of background, just something that you and this friend or group of friends shared a common bond over, knowing that it was unattainable for you, or that you would lack, or that you lacked it in some way in this life. You know, it could be a disability. You know, well, you're not going to let it hold you back anymore. Something that was holding you back, that you felt was out of reach, is now, again, either attainable to you, or you've released your attachment to it. And it's not going to sit well with this friend or this friendship group. So when this bond breaks, because this appears to be the only thing really connecting you to this individual or this group, you either have, if this is already in effect, or are about to realize that you don't have much in common, right? And these people or this person may perceive your advancement as you perceiving yourself as above them. So that's the issue. So like I said, this person or these people, they don't like you elevating, quote unquote, above them. So prepare to battle for your peace within this connection, okay? So like I said, this is primarily about romantic connections, but there's a friend or group of friends that you bonded with, possibly a trauma bond, right? Or you bonded over some type of lack, some type of limitation, some type of liability that you all had in common, and you've outgrown it. You've grown beyond that. You've entered a new cycle where that's no longer an issue for you, even though it may very well still be for them. And it's triggering them. Okay, like I said, I don't think that they're actively trying to sabotage you or anything like that, but feelings are very much hurt. Okay, and you may very well lose these connections. Okay, so I'm going to get into the romantic one. So their intentions, love people. Now, this is still pile 1. I know sometimes the way that I do my readings is confusing for some of you. So this is very much still pile 1. This is just another energy coming in for that pile. So some of you are in a hidden situation, like a secret situationship relationship. It doesn't have to be third party, but the timelines are a little fuzzy for one of you in this connection. So, like I said, this is either an active third party situation, or the relationship simply cut it too close and would be frowned upon. Basically, people would assume that it was a third party situation. Like a good example of this would be a new romance soon, like really soon after a long-term situation ended, like a marriage or an unfortunate death of a spouse. Okay? A lot of you, most of you, this is a fairly new situation. And even if it isn't long-term third-party situation with another partner or public perception. So when I say long-term third-party situation, and the two instances that I'm describing, like if you've been like a hidden, like if you're having an affair with someone that's committed or vice versa, or if this person or you but most likely this person is hiding you for some reason because of what people will think. That's the other version. I'm going to clarify. So regardless of why the situation is a secret, this person is really trying to maintain peace with that 4 of Swords, and we actually have the Peace card. Now, they truly care what people think about and how they treat you specifically in relation to them. Like the way that the public, when I say public, I mean people outside of the connection that may or may not even be family. So that's why they're hiding their affections. Like they show you love in private, but they're not really open outwardly in public. So with these top 4 cards at the left, right, you've got, let me look at those for a second. Yeah, so in the cave, see, you're holding the heart in that sustainer card. So we have the cave, the kiss, the mask, the sustainer. So the mask is them hiding you. The kiss is them kind of, it's straddled between the mask and the cave. So they're kind of hiding their affections for you publicly. They're just putting you in the cave and putting on a mask when they're out and about, even if they see you. But that sustainer card, again, is holding a heart. See, you have the heart of this person. Now, I'm not saying the situation is right and how they're treating you is right. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that you hold their heart. There's real emotions and attachments to you in this connection. So their intentions. Let's keep it rolling so we can get to that. Now, they are thinking long term with you. And because they're thinking long term, they don't see an issue with keeping the situation private for a while. So you get what I'm saying? They feel like they have all this time. They're like, well, we're going to be together for a really long time. Like if it was like, let's say this person recently divorced and they don't want to hop into a relationship publicly, quote unquote, too quickly. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm going to really be with this person long term. Like this is going to be my next spouse and my last spouse. So while you may not be a divorcee, you're like, okay, well, why is the relationship dragging? Why are we still at this hiding stage? That other person doesn't see that way. That person is like, I have time. I'm not really worried about being out and about and showing everyone, because even if we keep this private for a year, I still plan on being with this person in a year. There's no need to rush something that's not going to end. That's the way they see it. So they're hoping you understand that. Now, again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you their intentions and how they're thinking in relation to this connection. So, and it's not just about what people will think of them, because like I said, this is about your dignity, honor, and reputation. They know that revealing your relationship too soon will cause criticism. It's going to cause backlash and gossip about you, whether or not this is truly a third-party situation. Because again, it's all about perception. It doesn't matter what the true story is. It's how it looks, how it's perceived, right? Now, I do see some other details about the situation coming in. And again, lots of energies are here, but I'm just going to pick the dominant one so that this isn't too long. But if you are in a third-party situation, it could be that the earth sign dominant person is getting left behind with the goddess of pentacles in reverse. And then you also, like I said, you have the 5 of pentacles, which is, you know, being left out in the cold. So it appears that a spouse or long-term partner could be getting cut off because of those 2 cards. They're cards of pentacles, which is stability. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of a stable position, an established position, and it's in reverse, right? And then, like I said, this would be someone like that getting cut off specifically financially, because again, pentacles and other assets or property within that 5 of pentacles, this person, right, being locked out of the gate. So it could definitely be a home that this person is being, I don't want to say removed from, but asked to leave, like in terms of a separation and such. Like a you no longer live here situation. And the energies here are blurred. So I see that it's going to be different for a variety of you clicking on this pile. So, for example, if you are earth sign dominant and or you've been in a long-term third-party situation, this reverse Queen of Pentacles could be you. Yeah, it definitely could be you. So take it as it resonates and just kind of feel where your energy falls, because we get a lot of scenarios here. So make sure you really pay attention, because like I said, this could be you. It doesn't have to be like if you're the extra person in a third party situation where there's 2 committed people and you are the other woman or man. It doesn't mean that this person is leaving their spouse for you. It could very well mean that if this was a long-term situation and you are earth sign dominant, that this person is going to cut things off with you. Because again, you have the mask, the cave, you have lots of deception here. So that could be the situation. It doesn't mean like you don't have to be that primary energy of this person thinking long-term with you. That could very well be the past energy of you've already been here long-term, and now this person has kind of made their decision on what they're going to do, and you've been led to believe that eventually they'd leave their spouse or person for you, and you being that earth sign dominant person could very well be the one left out in the cold and locked out of the gate in that 5 of Pentacles. So like I said, be very careful, because I see lots of scenarios during these readings and there's no way to or even enough time to address them all. So like I said, see where you fit and take it as it resonates, okay? So another energy before I wrap up this pile that I have coming in heavily is I see a mutual crush situation where this person hid how they felt and never approached you in that way. And I see that it was also at a low point for one or both of you. Now it appears you have elevated yourself or are elevating yourself in a way that's intimidating for this person. So they basically feel like they've missed their chance and now you wouldn't even look twice at them. So They may or may not approach you. If you want them to, maybe seem available, because that's an energy that's coming in for their intentions, okay? So that's all I have for you, Pile 1. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Pile 2, their intentions towards you. One immediate energy, which may not be a whole group. It's just some of you, this person wants to take you home to meet a maternal figure soon. So expect that. Some of you, if it resonates, just take it as it does. All of you in this pile, this is a person that wants to build a life with you. Very active and hot energy, either currently or in the near future, which I'm sure you're surprised to hear, because I see that you really aren't sure where you stand with this person. I see with that sun-moon combination that this person is kind of hot and cold and very much stagnant in terms of progressing things with you. Yeah, because you have two of swords in this pile. That's very stagnant energy. And it's very much a standstill as well. So that's inaction, as well as a choice or decision that someone's sitting on and refusing to make. Again, heavy because you have two of them. And there's also lots of swords here, and you have the birds. So likely this is all in relation to some type of general communication. But I do see that this person took this pause, like this standstill, after some sort of traumatic event or ending. Okay? This person is trying to find balance within themselves. So they likely focus more on wellness and spirituality, religion, things like that. With the Seven of Swords, they've been hiding these things in secret. And this is probably not what people would expect from them. I mean, the spirituality, wellness, religious-based energies I'm getting from this person. So it's not something that people would normally expect from them, or they just don't seem the type to be interested in or involved in this type of thing. They wouldn't seem like a religious person if they are. But if you're really paying attention, you'll see. Okay? Now, those Two of Swords also show someone falling off the radar for whatever reason. Like a now you see me, now you don't. Especially with that Seven of Swords. Now, look at what's straddling that Seven of Swords. That's interesting. Like, the Supreme and the Hanged Man are very spiritual cards. Okay, so this person is really connecting to source at a very deep, at a very high level. They're very in tune with the universe and its mysteries, but they keep that private. So this person's likely also been spending a lot of time outdoors, because you've got the birds, the sun, the moon, the fish. Those are outdoors energies. So they've probably been in tune with nature a lot as well, as part of their spiritual practices, getting to know who they truly are at the core, especially with the animal, right? That's basic primal energies, really getting to know who they are at the core, finding their way home to their true self with that King Castle combination, right? Their highest self. There's a very specific, there's a certain wisdom, an ancient wisdom about this person, which they could be studying, whether or not they've expressed. Again, this person is very private about, especially their spiritual beliefs and religion. Now, this person may or may not be endgame for you. A lot of you, it could be, but whether or not this person is endgame for you specifically, a lot of you, this is a divine masculine awakening currently that you're asking about. Like I said, even if this isn't your divine masculine, some of you were meant to awaken this person and get them to step into their power. Now, that doesn't mean that this isn't your divine masculine. I'm saying some of you it is, some of you it isn't. Regardless of what the actual long-term situation is, this person intends, which is the original question we're asking, to build something with you. Again, some of you, it isn't meant to be forever. It's not meant to be forever, sorry. You're meant to develop one another. A lot of you, this is your person. You've got love, you've got abundance, you've got pride here as keywords. You've got the crone and castle, that's putting down roots, growing old together. These are the intentions, okay? You've got the sun-moon connection, which is divine counterparts, complementing, completing one another, right? Very fertile, fruitful, lucrative connection here with the fish. There's even a pentacle in the crone. So 6 of Wands, that's success. And once this person feels they've successfully stepped into their power, and once they feel they've reached a level of fulfillment and contentment within themselves with that 9 of Cups and King of Wands combination, you'll definitely see the movement that I mentioned that they'll take, okay? As they'll be pushed to make a choice. They'll feel the need to make that decision in those two of Swords in this spread, okay? So like I said, don't be intimidated by the idea that this may not be your person. You're very much meant to engage with this person at that level, because even if this isn't your person, you need to feel that this is your person. That's what happens sometimes when people are choosing piles and they say, oh, well, X, Y, and Z didn't happen, but, you know, it resonated. Sometimes spirit tells you what you need to know or need to hear, whether or not it's the quote unquote truth, to get you to do what it is you need to do. So a lot of you in this pile, even if this isn't your person, you'll likely get readings from people. It doesn't have to be me. And if necessary, it will read as though this is your forever person. And this is still a soulmate connection. It's not like this is just some random person. This is a person you're definitely meant to be within this life. I can't guarantee that this is the person that is your person that you will be with end game, if that makes sense. So that's all I have for you, pile number 2. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, pile 3. Their intentions towards you. Now, I feel like this might be a short pile because the energy is very straight to the point. Maybe there aren't that many of you. Maybe you're all living the same life. I don't know. But we'll see as I develop it. But I do see that some of you likely wanted to pick pile 2 as well because the energy is similar. Now, some of you, this is an old person coming in after many hardships and or mistakes within or affecting this connection. So basically, it doesn't have to be something that this person did or was doing. It could have just been external circumstances affecting the situation between the two of you. Regardless, this person wants to make it right. Their intentions are that they're willing to fight for you. Okay? Others of you, this is a newer connection that you don't quite trust. I feel like you're not sure of their intentions, hence you clicking on this video. Now, all of you do feel a certain level of distrust towards this person in some way, for some reason. I don't know. With that 5 of Swords on one side, then you have clouds, which is confusion, and the state, steak, something involving steak, I guess, rare meat, but I meant to say the snake. So those cards, it's possible that this person betrayed you or has a history of betrayal or shady behavior, and they've also been prone to self-sabotage. Now, I don't care for this on a personal level, but Spirit says it's different this time. Okay? The gem with the one, this is how they see you. This person is willing to put in the work to climb up the mountain out of the underworld, right? You've got joy, affection, ambition, and strength, which strength is here twice. Once in those, I can't remember the name of that deck, but it's the deck with the keywords on it. You can't really see because the mountain is in the way. Oops, and I knocked the camera. Sorry about that, but there we go. Basically, you have the strength card twice. Basically, the strength card being here twice is this person being very determined to prove that they're in a new energy or space from the past. Hence why you have the Ace of Wands and Death, right? So they're loyal, trustworthy with the dog. That's how they want you to perceive them. That's their true intentions. So it's like you have this person on a leash and they're offering you the Ace of Cups because they're willing to put in the work, and they will put in the work, and the situation will work out if you give it a chance with the Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, this doesn't have to be an ex. It could just be someone who, like, maybe you've seen them around and you kind of were interested in them, but then you found out that they belong to the streets and that's just not your thing. Whatever the situation is, it's just someone that you're questioning if you should give a chance, right? And it's going to work out if you give it a shot. And the cards are aligning and doubling down with these messages because, like, you have two strength cards. Look at how I flipped these in order. You have the Hierophant and the Goddess of Cups, and then the Hierophant and the Mother of Cups. Now, the Mother of Cups, the Goddess of Cups, those are the Queen of Cups. Just two separate decks. Look at that. Okay? That is a very serious commitment being offered to that Queen of Cups. Okay? Honestly, regardless of the backstory resonating, like, this may not be your situation with this person that I described, whether it's an ex or a new person, like the previous messages, but some of you are getting engaged and or married soon, regardless of if these messages that I just gave resonate. And I say that because some of you, I'm feeling this isn't your story, but this is your message. Like, you came here to learn that your person's intention is to marry you. And those of you where this did resonate, this person is thinking serious commitment, very much so. And I could see it ending in engagement and or marriage for a lot of you. So that's interesting that there's people in the pile that the scenario isn't for, like, that isn't your story, but this is your message. So just take it as it resonates, leave what doesn't. But with the gem, that could be a jewel. You have the one, which is I found my person, that's commitment. You've got the dog on the leash, which is locking someone down. Two Hierophants, marriage, institution, contracts, commitment. And two Queen of Cups, which is being receptive of love, accepting an institutional or a contract for love. Like, you see all of these things that tie in the idea of marriage, like lots of energy. Whether or not it's engagement and marriage, it's definitely long-term commitment. Okay, so that's this person's intentions, pile 3. If it resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.